Testing one, two, three. Let's see how this sound. I'm going to replay myself, see how it sound. Just got a new mic. Came last night, late last night, real late last night. Uh, just testing it out. You can join if you want to. You don't have to. There's nobody here right now, but just testing out the mic. Um, to know how it sounds from you guys. Jason Downs, hey guy, what's up? Welcome in. How does it sound, Jason? Do it sound good? Do it sound better than Chevron or Shell? Sounds nice. Okay, cool, cool. Just testing out. I'm getting a new set. I'm getting ready for that dominating season coming up. Um, Anybody want to join? They can. I don't care. Like I said, this is a test. So yeah. So it sound good. I'm pleased with this thing. It cost me a half an arm and two legs, but it didn't cost that much. But anyway, I'm just testing it out. See how it sound. Trying to get the setup ready because we're about to in a couple of months we're about to get in the full swing of things. Practice, training camp, cuts, all that stuff's about to happen. Before you know it, we're going to be in the midst of things, and then the season's going to start, and the season goes so fast that you know, it goes so fast. Um, Hold on a minute, guys. Anyway, cool. One person watching, my favorite guy, Jason Downs, with the Howie Long picture. Nice. Like that. Um, so we're good. Run some tests on it still. Make sure that you can hear me. Hold on a minute. Still testing it out. Yeah. Oh well. Never mind. All right. Two people watching. Second person that's in here, let know how it sounds. I said I'm just on new mic. This downstairs sounds good. It's right here. Had to get a better one. The one I had was good, but I don't know. This quality is even better than before. I hope so. Can't hear anything. I'm backstage. What are you?
All right, can you hear me?
I hear you fine. How do I sound?
You sound good.
Was it clear? Nice and
Oh
clear?
yeah. Oh yeah. It's got a little bass to it too. Just
Thanks,
a,
Jason.
just a little bit of bass to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to get rid of that one because it was like taking room on my desk and it's like I had to move it around so much. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Mine still sounds pretty choppy.
No, you're actually coming in clear. You get a mic?
Nope.
Hey, you coming in clear.
Same one.
Yeah,
These
well, I
are
didn't,
this headset so cheap. Only the left earbud actually works. Like, the right one doesn't even work.
well, I had to go and do all kind of changes in my settings. I noticed my settings were all off. Sometimes when I'm on Jeff and stuff, I can hear myself like I don't sound clear. I sound like I don't know, like a machine or something. So I went and got this one. It's one.
You've actually sounded really good the whole time. One thing is too, you can go back and watch your episodes and see, what's going on.
Hmm. Yeah, I did.
But
Well, I'm gonna watch this one back and see how it sound. To me, that didn't sound like me. I don't. That didn't sound like me.
it sounds
So,
like you.
huh?
It sounds like you, and especially like the other night, you were louder than everybody else.
Because I was happy.
You're happy because the familia took off, went out of town, and left you alone.
Well, yeah, part so yeah, part of that. But other than that, I just felt good. I told you that I had a scare the other day. So,
Yeah,
and I was like, it wasn't that what I thought it was. I was like, I'm still alive. So I'm happy I'm still alive. That's what that
yeah,
was. So
yeah,
you ready for the season or what?
yeah, yeah. Gotta figure out. Gotta figure out the next 5 weeks occupying my time.
Right? I mean, in
But
OTAs now, I like OTAs like anybody. 'Cause we can see what they got. But when they put the pads on, is what I want to see. Once they put them pads on, that's what I want to see. I want to see that
yeah,
speed because you can run 4.3 in shorts and t-shirts, but let's see how you run with the pads on the right gear. Let's see how fast you are then.
well, of all the things in OTAs that benefits the team is the passing game because of the timing and the routes and defensive backs can work on their techniques. What's working for them, what's not working for them. And then when they do put on the pads, it's kind of like from the chalkboard to the field mindset.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So what translates from OTAs and minicamp, what they learn in OTAs and minicamp, see if it translates to when the pads come on.
that's
The rest of the positions, it's just foot. All it is footwork and getting into
football shape.
that can, yeah, that foot. You getting into that football mindset, football. You really don't get into football shape until, well,
Third.
nowadays these guys don't get into football shape until like week 2, week 3 of the season.
Yeah,
You
they don't get
know,
football shape till they start hitting and getting that game speed, getting used to it. Because it's the same sport, same thing you do every year, but he's out for like 4 or 5 months. You gotta get used to that contact again. The
when they
the
did
other
away,
thing,
when they watered down the practicing. I don't know. It's probably been about what 7, 8 years now, if not
we
longer. Where they
yeah,
watered down the practicing. Because the double days, um, there's something to be said about double days. Your body being ready for, you're calloused up for when that first game hits. And the intensity kind of ramps up a little bit. Your body's already in tune with that. Because
yeah,
you've already put your body through the paces and calloused up. They don't do that no more. They just, I mean,
that,
they're only allowed to hit what 90 minutes a day or something like that.
yeah, because they're scared that you're gonna wear your body out too much and risk of injury. So that's why they kind of
Yeah,
slowed it
yeah,
down.
we
Because a lot of people getting hurt more in practice and OTAs than actual game time. So they
yeah.
said, well, we got to cut
I
it
mean,
down a little bit.
I didn't play beyond high school. I just played up to high, up through way through my senior year, and we did double days. We went 13 days in a row. my senior year. We went 13 days in a row, double days, with only an hour and a half in between two practices. So usually we'd get to campus about 2:30. Everybody check in, get your helmets and shoulder pads, and we just go helmets and shoulder pads for the first session. And then when we did live fire drills where we were actually tackling each other, we did full pads in the afternoon. And living in the Central Valley, you really got, you got used to leg cramps and thigh cramps and
I was about to say that because I didn't play at all high school. I had a half a cup of coffee because I didn't like the way the thing was running. But the coach would get pissed off, say we're doing 2-a-days, but they don't change to 3-a-days. So we're practicing from like 7 o'clock in the morning in the hot summer. You know how it is in California, especially in Central Valley. I know how it is up there. You're practicing like 7 o'clock in the morning until like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
nonstop. And they're high school kids.
Yeah.
So they had to, then the CIF came in there with the rules and regulations. No more 3-a-days, no more this and that.
We never did 3-a-days. I mean, I guess you can call it 3 days because we'd have 2 scheduled practices, and usually the first practice was all drills. A lot of, we're doing, up downs and push-ups and mountain climbers and all that stuff for everything, all your conditioning, everything was the first one. And basically you were exhausted after the first practice.
Yeah.
And then the second practice usually was basically we would do our warm-ups like we would pregame warm-ups or pregame, and then we would go into situational drills by position where you're actually tackling, hitting, shit like that. And then we would go the last 45 minutes, because the second practice was usually only 2 hours, but the last 45 minutes would be actual situational, where the coach would yell out, okay, it's 3rd and 2, 5 minutes 20 seconds left on the clock, and we're on the 40-yard line, negative 40-yard line, going that direction. And that's he'd start it that way. And then of course, if somebody false started or got a penalty, then everybody had to hit the ground, start pushing the earth. Let's go.
The 3-a-days, you only did, I think they did twice because I quit. I quit like after a few guys. I hadn't done with this. The 3-a-days, the third thing was basically just running, chest to ground, stoops, 5 yards up, 10 yards back. That's all it was. It was just basically just because we were whining. So he was teaching us a lesson. Stop whining.
Yeah. Oh, so it was different back then. Still, I played in there. Coaches still punched you in the helmet.
Yeah.
They would punch you.
They'll grab your face mask.
Grab your face. Yeah. Grab your face mask. We had one coach. We had one coach that carried around this little mini metal thing on his keychain, and he'd hit you right. He'd hit you right on the side of the helmet with it. Your ears would ring for the rest of the day. Yeah,
but that was then. Those were times. Those were you can do that stuff. All that corporal punishment stuff. You can't do it now. But what's cool right now?
CPS gets called now. If they did that today, they'd call CPS.
No, they call
protective services.
You will be in jail in a minute. Mm-hmm. But what's cool about that is that these OTAs now, I'm looking at them, and you can tell it's a different feeling, atmosphere there. Yeah. You can see it in the players'
but
face.
I had to, like I don't know if I had the chance towards the end of my career to work at Manteca High School in Manteca, California, and a public school, but that was a football school. I mean, in the 4 years that I was there, they won the section championship 3 years out of the 4 years that I was working at the school, right? And a lot of good football players came from that school. Even Jacob De Jesus that played for UNLV last year, the kick returner, All-American kick returner.
Oh, yeah.
He's from Manteca High School. He was one of my kids that went to Manteca High School. Good kid, man. Solid kid. Awesome kid. Great player. If he was just a little bit taller, he would be playing at Alabama if he was about 3 inches taller.
Oh, yeah.
That's how good he is. you know. But seeing how they ran their program, the Manteca High School program, there wasn't a lot of tyrant bullying by the coaches. You know, and they treated the kids very well. You know, and the kids love, you know, like those kids love that head coach. They would run through a brick wall for that head coach. You know, and but see now they start practice in January.
Damn.
You know,
That early.
they're already practicing in January. You know, they have a class, you know, because that school doesn't have a whole lot of, they don't have home economics and automotive and all that. They had a wood shop class and they had some other type of elective classes, but they had football was an elective class. Even if you didn't play on the football team, you can join that class. And for, you know, hour and a half, you got to play football. And that's what they would just incorporate their football program into that class. And so by the time those kids came back during the summer for practice, they knew the plays like the back of their hand, you know. And some of the exotic plays that they ran, it just like that. The first year I was there, man, that team, my God, they were good. Big, fast.
I appreciate that.
Fast, strong. You know, but you know, for a small to medium sized public school, they weren't afraid to play the bigger powerhouse private schools.
Well, you know, you mentioned that it all comes to coaching because you mentioned that they weren't bullying their players. See, we have one of those bullies in our organization that the players couldn't stand. Like I keep mentioning, you know, these guys are human beings like me and you. You know, you sticking with a pen, they'll bleed. They're human beings. They got emotions. They have, you know, some might be more sensitive to it than others. But you can't go bully. You can't go bully. These are grown ass men. And the last
they're millionaires. You're dealing with millionaires that are grown ass men.
Still. Yeah. Money don't make your personality. Money will make, you know, feel a little more cocky, but it does make your personality. Still, your emotions still going to be there. Money's not going to change that. But the other thing, like
they're mature, they're grown men. You know, it's easier to be a positive influence on a high school kid than it is a professional athlete.
Oh yeah, because they still learn how to be a man. These guys went through college and all that stuff, and they're young men. They're not grown men, but they're young men becoming grown men. Then you got guys on team that are grown men, and you can't treat everybody the same. You know, I ain't saying that they got to hold each other hands, but you can't go in there bullying these players. You know, my way or no way, and you know, fuck it up. That's why I like what what I'm seeing in OTAs with Pete Carroll. Hey, what's up, Marcus? How you doing? This is the test. I'm about to try to do a show later on tonight, a real show. But yeah, you can't go in there yelling at them like they're little kids. You won't get respected that way. But I'm looking right now at OTAs. Pete Carroll's out there laughing, joking, playing catch with them, you know, having fun.
But he's getting them to work.
Yes, exactly. He's getting them to do the work they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
If he's a mistake, you go talk to him like, hey, or you see that they're kind of like, that they're down and out, he'll go talk to him. Hey, what's going on with you? How's family?
Yeah.
Now, one of the players said that. If Pete Carroll asked me about my son, and he knew his name.
Yeah.
You know,
that was one of the things that a lot of people respected Al Davis about.
Yeah.
Al Davis, he knew, you know, like I know some Raider fans go, why is he talking to that defensive lineman from the other team? Well, he, you know, it's kind of a head game for him because he'll go over and goes, you know, how's Sydney doing? And Sydney would be that player's daughter.
Exactly.
You know? And the guy from the other team, like, he knows who my daughter is. Like, he knows everything about your family.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, you know.
Al Davis was a people person.
Yeah.
It's like Pete Carroll is a people person. AP probably was more of that, but we really couldn't see what he could do. So, you know, that's it. That's that. But Sometimes you gotta be a people person besides the head coach. You can coach
She's
the
going to the
X's and
bathroom.
O's all you want to, and how we're gonna play this game and this and that, but do a motivation speech. But you also gotta talk to people like they're real people. You know.
Pick him up.
So, guys, I know none of you guys build a guy's cancer job. I'm just doing a test. Marcus, how do I sound? I'm doing a mic test. I just got a new one. One of you bad boys.
All righty, Chris, boss, I'm going to take off. I got to go out the backyard and do some work out the backyard.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna take. This is a test. It wasn't nothing long.
Yeah, I just wanted to come in and tell you personally that your sound is really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, no, the visual part you got to work on a little bit, but the audio is really good.
What's wrong with the visual? I know I'm working on that too.
Well, think about it. It's not the camera that's the problem.
What's the visual part?
You.
Get out of here.
Talk to you later, brother. Love you.
I love you too, bro. Take it easy. Oh man. Anyway, it's me. I look good. Hey, Marcus, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Give me a little hit when I even give me a hit job. All right, I'll get them back later. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. I just want to just do this test real quick. I'm gonna see if I get a live set tonight. See what's going on. Thanks for joining me. I will come back later. Well, guys, we'll see you guys real soon. Thanks, Marcus. Thanks, whoever. Roshad, I know he's not here right now. And Jason Dow, thanks for letting me know. All right, guys. Raiders!